as I have it here.
Well, thank you very much, Ed. I mean, so we've learned that let's manage our stepchildren. Please, if you're also a stepchild, learn to respect the orders in your father's house. The other challenge with stepchildren are that they believe their father's house is where they're living, especially when their stepmother have not been able to produce any child. They put some posture of disrespect towards their stepmother. Remember, your stepmother is your father's choice. And you can lose your father's blessing when you decide not to respect your stepmother. Well, some of us believe that our stepmothers are nothing. Some also believe that their mothers are not in marriage because their stepmothers came to, block their mother from not becoming a wife. No, I impregnated my daughter's mother when I was young. And if I could have married her by this time, I would not be Councillor Lutot. I would have died. Because she could have killed my career. Our sexual intercourse was not even intended to make a baby. When my results came, I was going to school. Then she also brought her results of pregnancy. So one boy had 2 results.
Academic
and sexual. And I was asked to make a decision. I said, this result is correct, but will never give me admission. This one, I'm going for the admission. When I finish this one, I'll come back and look at these results. Today, I am who I am. I'm taking care of the product out of that result. If I could have chosen that result to marry that guy, that girl at that stage of my life, I would not be where I am today. It doesn't make her a witch. It doesn't make her a wizard. But unfortunately for us, that time we had sexual intercourse, the 2 of us were not qualified. We were having fun, and we kept the baby. How can my daughter grow today and come and see my mother as a witch? Or see her stepmother as a witch? So it is also the onus on the stepchildren in the house. Give respect to your father's wife. I'm begging you, no matter how your father's wife will maltreat you, respect your father's wife. Do you know why? The level of respect you give to your father's wife tells your father's wife how good your mother is, but didn't get a chance to marry me. Is it a preamble? If your daughter and son comes into the marriage and become the war, beating the war drum in my house and fighting my wife, unfortunately for me, I will not lose my wife in place of my stepchild. Me, George Lutot. No way. I'll take my daughter to boarding house. I'll take my son to boarding house. You will be in boarding house in the whole of your life as a form of punishment. Oh, yes. Yes. And I will not take you to the boarding house to come and visit you. Your stepmother will bring you everything you want in the boarding house. Do you know what I'm doing to you? I'm bending you so much to know how to obey rules that you didn't set. If me, your father, says 8 o'clock, everybody should come home and the gate is locked, it is not your stepmother's order. It is me, your father's order. So the first person who is supposed to obey the order in that house should not be the new children we have. It should be you, my first stepchild. But the laws that I make in my house, the first person to break it is you, my son. Why? Because the order came from your mother. And you think your stepmother is making orders in this house? Every order in my house was made by me. So once you disrespect my wife and decide to come home at 8:30, and some stepmothers are very, very fragile and weak. I tell you, 8:30, lock the gate. Then my stepdaughter goes out there and comes after 8:30. Then you, my wife, because you are afraid that your stepdaughter will speak against you and call the mother, you break my rule by opening the gate for my stepdaughter. You will regret. Let her stay outside, and I will deal with her for staying outside. But there are times that the stepmothers too, they bend the rules for our stepchildren so that they have their one book. Look. You don't have any book in my daughter's hand. For what? You are my wife. You are marrying me. I am marrying you. None of these stepchildren can cause the 2 of us to be disconnected. But if you will allow them to break my rule, I see you helping them to disrespect me. So you need to be very careful. And once you are my daughter and a stepchild in this house, let every rule be obeyed by you. I don't have a son. The older person in the house is a daughter. And my car must be washed in the morning. Who should wash your car? You, my daughter. So if your stepmother is teaching you how to wash daddy's car, is she maltreating you? Then the people in the area. I remember one time somebody in the area made a statement. I called the person and warned the person that why is the girl washing the car? It's not good. Early morning like this, the girl is putting her hand in cold water. So should they wash my car with hot water? I asked him, should the girl wash my car with hot water? Tell me, should they wash with hot water? Oh, it's not that, but it's early morning. I say early morning, when I'm washing car, I leave the house as early as 6 a.m. What time should I wash my car? Master, you've not had a stepchild before, and you can't have one because you are not potent like me. Keep your zonal policies and allow my regimental orders to run. She will wash the car. My daughter will learn how to drive exactly at age 15. I will make her learn things faster. Do you know what I'm doing to her? One day the husband will also be somebody who is bringing a stepchild home. Having a stepchild is not a curse. But the way we are behaving, that see that having a stepchild is a curse. In future, marrying more women is a good blessing. So my daughter is being raised to understand what polygamy is. That is why I'm struggling to start one for her to see. So that she will be able to accommodate any man that comes with more wives. Long life, prosperity is in the hands of a man who has more wives. Not those of us who are married to one. I wake up in the morning, the same face in my house. Do you know how painful it is? You are not married. Learn what I'm telling you. It's like a warning. Don't go and make a mistake. Marry one woman. Every morning you wake up, her face. You have to force yourself to say, good morning, honey. But actually what is lying there is not honey. It's a bee. Good morning, bee. It's a bee that produces the honey. But you have two. You have three. You don't say good morning. They say good morning to you. Oh, our husband, good morning. It's nice. Oh, our husband, good morning. Oh, our husband. Look at this current generation of popcorn boys and girls. Get this group. They don't even call you a husband. Kwaku. So raise the daughters, the stepdaughters, the stepsons to respect the rules of their father in the house. Don't encourage them to break the rules. I say 8:30, close the gate. The gate is not closed at 8:30. When I ask you what's the reason, Mira, anya bibia o baba na opie ye no, on bae, eh. Antu beja gate na to. Oya hwan? Wato dan da. We top block da. Eh bi fi o. Monda bonting. My daughter doesn't have a phone. At age 18, what does she need a phone for? Who is she going to call? No, who is she going to call? Who? The mother?
Friends.
Which friends?
Schoolmates.
There's a landline in the house. They should call her on the landline and go on to her when she gives the landline to a friend. For what? When they go to school, they can all talk. When they close, friendship close. Okay, I don't stop you to be a friend, but let the friendship be there. Buy you a phone. For what? So that your mother will call you. The mother calls and wants to talk to her daughter. I won't stop the daughter from talking to the mother. You want to talk to your daughter. I'm not home. Call the landline. And when you call the landline in my house, the first voice you hear is Mrs. Lutrot. Hello. Good evening, madam. This is Mrs. Lutrot. How may I help you? My name is Akosua. I am the mother of Asimesi. Can I please talk to her? Okay, please hold on. You know the first thing my wife does? She just dial my phone number. Hello. Well, I just received a call from Asimesi's mother that he wants to talk to your girl. Please, should I allow? It is an order in that house. Yes, she called me and said she should call the landlord. Let her talk to her. It's an order. You don't break into my home as if my house is a zoo. Nah, and I came to check how my daughter is doing. Is it a zoo? No, is it a zoo? That I go to my daughter's school and they say their mother was here. Who called you there? Were you going to pay fees or collect receipts for fees you have paid? You set rules as a husband. Don't allow them. They shouldn't determine the way it is. The child should have one mother. And the mother is the one in the house. Yes. When our child is sick, I talk to the mother more than anything concerning the girl. Not my wife. And there are some things the mother tells me, I don't tell my wife. They are not important. And my daughter will never pick a phone and report anything in the house to the mother. Why? Because even from where she's coming from, she's not been trained like that. So train the child the way it should go. Not because the father is present. But once you think she's a child, train the child. Stepmothers, let your husband be respected. The final thing is that stop reporting your stepchild to the father. Stand off. Stop reporting your stepchild to the father. Every time the man comes from work, there's a complaint. Me say, Obaba no. Me de me come kayo. Me come kayo. Or the nyinsa be fi ha ma yera ho. Men ka se man kan o. Na me baba de nyinsa be fi a wan na ne rebe ho. Me emu abafra no nyinsa na me de agye ne ba ye. Anti onyima wan na ewu. That's nonsense. And our baba ne kwa sorry on morning sem eye won sa. And I am born empire crowd, but in our pity, sir, na konya den. Some of the complaints are nonsense. Stand up.
Petty.
What are you doing that? My daughter doesn't read. She's good, but she can't read openly like my son. So regularly, my son took me, the orator. My daughter is very reserved. Very intelligent but reserved. So if you attack her openly, read the Bible, she'll be shaking. If she doesn't read the Bible, can't do your money with devotion. Stop reading the Bible. So you come and report. And when we ask her in the morning to read the Bible, she doesn't want to read. I say, madam, never tell me this. If you want her to read the Bible, give her the scripture a night before. Let her rehearse so that the next morning she will read. But as for this boy, you give him what he's reading. Men, manage your home. Stepmother, stop reporting your stepchildren. Stop reporting them. Everybody in the house must eat what is cooked, except the small ones. She's allergic from the mother's place, from gari, from pepper, from spices. So once she has come to live with us, and I tell you that where she's coming from, she has these allergies from her mother's side. So when you cook with garlic, she can't eat. So anytime you are cooking, before you put those things inside, what do?
You serve her apart.
It doesn't make her special. It makes you important. But you put the garlic and the things in the stew. Serve her. When she doesn't eat, you say she doesn't want to eat your food. You are a foolish woman. Oh, look. When her allergies come, can you live in this house? I go and buy medicine because of her allergies. If we get to know that these are her allergies and we prevent it, won't I save that money to buy you? What is the current wig? Bone straight, bone crooked. I could gather the money to buy you something like that. But you see, my child is always sick. My daughter is sick. When we rush her to the hospital, who should go and take care of her? It's not a stepmother. You. So when I take my daughter to the hospital, I don't call her mother on phone. Hello, your daughter has been rushed to nearby here hospital. Can you please come and take care of her? No. The one that must stay with her is you, my wife. And I know you are staying with a girl in a hospital. And I will introduce you to anybody there, meet her stepmother. No, this is the mother. But you can have a foolish woman that when the doctors come around and they're asking questions, in some be homo friend po me ankasa mpo we jimi for me ba ho ma be ka se we stepmother Uni my dear 70, wako kacho be as a stepmother. Be careful. Finally, don't treat your stepchild as a house help. House help have a particular notebook for treating them. Stepchildren don't have the same book. My daughter is the biggest daughter in the house. So when you tell the small ones not to put on TV, she's excluded. She is excluded. So rather, let everybody know, if you want to watch TV, tell sister ABCD. I've allowed all the junior ones to begin to call their bigger sister, sister. You see? So they can't touch a TV remote except her. So when they are sitting with the TV and the volume is low, they call sister to come and increase the volume for them. It is an order. So when you come and she's watching TV and she's too old to watch cartoons, so she would watch Nigerian movies and raise her leg and laugh. Don't come and shut her hair. And you are here watching Nigerian movies. What should she watch? Christian program. For what? Is my house a church? Is my house a church? She has a right to watch Date Rush and learn the dance. Last time my daughter just disgraced me. She didn't know how to dance and I felt very shy. All the current dance, she doesn't know it. She's become like Mumu. She should watch musical clips, Shotawale's video, and do things. Yes, she can also watch Praise TV for worship songs. It's okay. What is it? The way you are raising your stepdaughter, your children are not yet at that age. Oh. Will you be still alive? I know a girl today who is in Abrochi, and because she's a stepdaughter who went to Abrochi, and the stepmother was too good to her, when she took her mother first after delivery, the second person she filed for is the stepmother. And I asked her why. I said, my stepmother maltreated me, but it is through her maltreatment I'm in the US today. Do you know what the stepmother did? When the father said, the stepmother pushed, onam Ghana ha, we be sharing yin senkwa, on yen suku, maninko hononko bread. It was not a good omen. She wanted the girl to leave the space. Today the girl is the breadwinner and the sustainer of the family because of your bad advice. Husbands, stop following the clitoris of your wives and stop fooling. Some of us, the clit is pulling us because it's dotted. Lick Stowell, I agree to you. You know, Lick Stowell has caused us to become Jimmy. Everything your wife will tell you when you come home, you call your stepdaughter, brah. Then I'll catch your mommy. Oh, mommy, she wouldn't. When people eye you, and you think the eyeing is so painful, you to do what? Eye them. Simple. How do you exchange words with my daughter? That you insult my daughter to the extent that you can insult the mother that you have not seen before. You are not too important than your stepdaughter's mother. Actually, if you see the way my daughter is beautiful, and everybody says she's beautiful, compare yourself to my daughter. I didn't say anything. Oh, what time? What does here? You also look at it at times, you go anywhere and people don't doubt she's not your daughter because you are beautiful. And the woman I impregnated is beautiful. So when then who enforce but she's not your daughter. Do you know what it tells you? It means that I choose women like your type. Stop insulting your stepchildren. Stop cursing them because life and death lies in the power of the tongue. Your confession becomes your possession. But if you want to be committed in life to positive things, change the way you look at things, and things will change the way they look at you. Shando, your last two messages as I wrap up and say good morning to Rosalind Afeli, wherever you are.
Okay, so in wrapping up, why can't the mother enjoy the fruit of her labor? This one is appreciating you, says thanks. Whoa, you are really teaching us. So you are making me remember my past, but all this has made me strong. So that is from Solace. Apparently she seems to have an experience of that
of
sort.
a stepmother.
Yes, and
Forgive her. Anybody who has been maltreated by a stepmother, today open up and forgive them. Please, wherever they are living, go and look for them and bless them.
Ritash Ohima Kufi says, thank you. Bismarck Upuku Yeboah in conclusion says, Counselor 1.
I am the only counselor with followers who are counselors. Forget the rest. Choose the best. Counselor 1. I am so irritating to be accommodated. If you hate me, I love you. Only fools, bully, will hate me forever. At best, people should hate me for 2 years. After 2 years, release me. In Ghana, nobody has hated me for more than 2 years. Everybody will hate me and come back to say, I didn't understand you. But now, after 2 years, yes. And I like that. But when they all like you, you will die early. And me, I'm not dying now. Hey, shut off. Shut off.
Amen.
Don't say amen. Your amen will not keep me alive. I'm saying shut off. I'm not dying now. Hey.
Okay, so Solis has reacted. He says, okay, thanks. I have forgiven her. Yeah, you asked.
Wow. Solis. God bless you. May your words. Bible says that may the meditation of my heart. May say that may the words of my heart, the meditation of my mouth be acceptable.
That's right.
What you have typed, I ask that God will hear it and sanction it, that everything you have lost as a result of hating your stepmother, may the Lord cause you to recover. As you just said, I've forgiven her. Pick a phone or travel to where she is. Visit her with a gift. She'll be surprised. But you are what you are today because of her.
So, because I think we are done here. Those are the messages that have come through. There's an end one. You show more love to your stepchildren, but they don't show much love in return. What do you do?
Unfortunately for me, love is not reciprocal. Love is one way. Don't give love and expect love. I mean, when you say you show more love to your stepchildren, some of you overdo it. Because you want to use your stepchild to win your husband. When you do children like that, they don't love you back. I told you, my sister or my brother, whoever you are, give them equal opportunity. Don't love your stepchild more than your children. Let the love be equal. Show them the same love. But always keep at the back of your mind, you are not the mother of that child. So when they don't love you back, keep loving them. Show them love. Go to town, buy them shoes, buy them slippers. When you go to town, you have money to buy things and your children have many things. Buy it for your stepdaughter, for your stepson. And when you get home and they don't know how to say thank you, teach them. The next morning they wake up, they don't say thank you to you. Say, Adwa, learn this. Anytime somebody gives you something, when you wake up, the first thing is to say what? Thank you. It doesn't mean you are being a bad woman. You are teaching her, teaching him to grow. Once you have a good moral to raise children, don't fight your stepdaughter because you are loving them and they are not loving you back. Because even your love is questionable. It's a love to win the father's heart.
Charity Gbande says that I have forgiven my stepmother today. Thank you for the lesson.
Charlie, see. And I get touched usually when these things are happening. People don't understand why I will spend all my precious time and hours to teach. It might be that just these two people who just came are the reason why we spend 1 hour and more from TV Africa to this time. Once you have gotten to the point of forgiving your stepmother, I'm telling you, God will forgive you too. Look for her wherever she is and give her a gift. Let her know that you have forgiven her. Never allow any older person to come and apologize to you. It becomes a curse. No matter what happens, always be the one to apologize. The Bible says that, and when Joseph became the prime minister and sent the brothers to go and bring the father, when he saw the father coming from afar,
he ran towards him.
He got out of his chariots. You know one thing I fear? Anytime I see Kwanzaa, you know Kwanzaa, he wants to greet me. I have always managed that never will he greet me in my car. Even when I see him on jogging and he sees me, hey, I park my car, no matter how late I am. Respect, eh? You are sitting in a car with car. Scrap metal Volvo. The big man should walk and come and greet you. This small boys, that's why they die. Oh. You are climbing the staircase with them. And the staircase is not that big. Because I'm old, I'm holding the rail. They will do like this. Halfway. Me, if you do, one person did it in the hospital area. Then I stretch my knee, hit the tire. Ow, ow. We don't respect now. Go and kneel before your stepmother. Man, I want to say, me ni who? Maybe I say me kasa me dase. Ma, jiwe never to bibi. You'll be shocked how your business will begin to flourish. So thank you for forgiving them. May the Lord hear your word.
Right. Okay, I think these children are grown, age 30 and 25. It's not easy. I don't know what.
Charlie, it's not easy. That's why I said you call me on 0277 609 644. It is not easy. The way I'm saying it, it sounds easy. Charlie, stepchildren. Imagine this girl sitting down here as your stepchild. A girl who leaves her house and comes to work with her pant. Hey, such a stepchild. A stepchild whose color is fairer than you. When they bath, they sit down and they take the pomade by finger by finger. Your stepdaughter, Osrenku. Ni maami anka so ye tumenti on de guto no ye say I know they aboha. Charlie, when your stepchildren are old,
Counselor, this message, I think we have to address this. When the man doesn't show the wife how much he loves his children, that is when the woman has the chance to maltreat them. That's
not true. Men are not supposed to love their children. They're supposed to love their wife. Me, I don't love my children. The first thing in my life is my wife, not my children. So what love do you want me to show to my children? If you demand your husband to have contact with the children too much, you lose him. My children will grow and will go. I'll share with my wife and say that this house we want to build, I've changed my mind. 4-bedroom house is foolishness. Let's build a 2-bedroom house with a guest room. You know something? The future of my children, when they come back from America, they won't come to this my house. They will sleep in Kipiski. I told the woman who is giving the land that she can give me a land. If she give me a land in Kaswa, I won't take. If you live in America after 20, 30 years and you come and buy a land in Kaswa, you are a fool. Shando, you will live in America your whole life, 30 years, and you come to Ghana to go and buy land in Kaswa, Ogbojo.